My name is Ray, and I apologize for the lighting in advance because I'm filming later in the day than I typically would, where I would actually have a little bit more natural light coming into the room. But I was planning on filming an unboxing today. However, my package is delayed. So, change of plans, and I thought I'd take a little bit of a turn. And rather than this being a handbag video, we're going to make it about one of my favorite styles of shoes, and that is my cowboy boots, or my Western boots. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I am growing a collection, so I have a few pairs to share with you today. I will try to do some styling in another video, or maybe in a short. But if you're interested in kind of learning more about Western boots and how to incorporate that into your fashion, please let me know down in the comments box. So let's go ahead and kick it off with the first pair of boots that I have. I actually bought these at a vintage thrift store. These boots are by Laredo. They are eel skin with a, eel skin down here, and then they have a calf upper. I especially love this stitching detail with the yellow and white stitching. It does have a leather interior. This is just the brand tag right there, and it's got the pull tabs. These boots, they're not brand new. I bought them secondhand, but they came in really good condition. I've actually worn these quite a bit, so they were not looking specifically like this, but yeah, I love these boots. I like the stitching on it, and this is my, again, these are eel skin. Beautiful round toe cowboy boots. These are actually true to size. I'm a size 7. These are a size 7, made in Mexico. Absolutely gorgeous. And this shine on the eel skin, it's the only type of it's the only eel skin that I own, but it's just gorgeous. It's like a natural shine. I don't polish these at all. So they're just absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous boots. The next pair of boots that I have, they're also exotics, but they're not full boots. They're little half mules. So these are from, let me show you up close. These are a snip toe. So you can see the toe is squared off. So that is a snip toe. These are ostrich, and they're mules. Let me just go ahead and take stuffing out. So leather lined, here's the style code and everything, sizing in there. These are from Stallion Boot and Belt Company. There's the little Stallion logo there. These are actually a 7.5. So like I said, I wear a size 7. These are a 7.5. The ostrich skin is super soft. I love this. It's super comfortable. It just molds directly to your feet. And I actually, these are quite pricey, but I picked these up secondhand again on the RealReal. So, fantastic boots. Although they're mules, I typically wear them with jeans, which you'll see in the kind of walkthrough of my boot collection, and that way you can't actually tell that they're mules, but super comfy. I love these, and it's got the stack leather heel. One of the things that I actually would like to talk about real quick is, other than one pair of fashion boots that I have, I typically go for either traditional or semi-traditional build on a cowboy boot. So what you'll notice in all of my boot styles is there's the stitched welt here. This is called a Goodyear welt. And then they all have leather soles, leather stacked heels, And then you can see that these are actually pegged in. So their soles are stitched and then they're pegged. And one, I think it's just great quality construction. The leather insoles and the leather soles do mold to your feet over time, and it will also last me pretty much forever. So the idea is that these can be resold. So I haven't gotten to that point yet. I do wear my boots quite often, but I don't know what color this is, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I love the purple in it. Okay. I did say I had one fashion boot, so I figured I'd go ahead and break these out and show you. These are by Franco Sarto. I don't know what the name of this boot is called, but they are calf leather. I like the burnishing that it has here, and I feel like this just gets even better looking and softer with age. So the leather is great. It's also leather lined just like my previous boots. However, it does have a rubber sole. So different type of construction boot. I actually don't even think that is stitched on. I think it's just more of a decoration stitch, and then the sole is glued on. But I've had these for quite some time now, and they're just good boots and super comfortable. I've worn them in. They are one of my lowest, well, they probably are the lowest heeled boot, but it's really flat. I just think I love these. I love the color. This like stone elephant gray color with the distressed round toe here. They're just nice boots. But again, this is my only type of fashion boot. The rest are either the traditional or semi-traditional build. Moving on, I have these boots from Lane. So Lane has a turquoise blue sole. As you can see, mine are worn, but these did come very pretty in that turquoise blue. These, let me find the name of the boot. These are the Emma Jane in black cherry. So they have that black undertone, kind of red distressing. These are full leather, again with the stacked heel. It's got the peg construction in the leather sole. And then these have, there's stuffing. These are also leather lined. So here we can see, I love this. The leather just softens up. And so this leather is just super comfortable and squishy. Really comfortable boot. Snip toe again. But yes, I absolutely love these boots. Yeah. So I bought these straight from the website. But if you are a military, first responder, or government employee, you can go on GovX and get a discount code to use on any of the boots on the website. Lane Boots primarily caters towards women's Western boots. However, I think they do have a couple men's styles. I don't remember, but yeah, I love these boots. And I do actually like a boot with a shorter shaft. I just find them easier to style under different types of pants, and that way it doesn't bulge out if I'm trying to wear something that's a little bit more fitted around the higher part of my knee or high calf area. There you go, Emma Jane's. Next up are these Wolfie boots from Freebird. So here again, like I said, I wear my boots. Another kind of snip toe construction, but I'll bring these closer. These are in the color black. They have this yellowish greenish stitching, which is really subtle, but it gives it a little bit of character. It's got distressing, so even though it's black, it already comes with the brownish distressing here, and these have zippers on both sides. So if I go ahead and pull the zippers down, the zippers are a little bit stiff on these Freebirds. But as you can see, fully leather lined again. There's the brand tag in there. And once again, you have the construction with the Goodyear welt and the pegging and leather soles. Forgot to mention, I actually ordered, let me go back. These boots are a 7.5. I could have worn my regular size in a 7, but they didn't have a 7. So I did purchase these in a 7.5, and they work fine with a pair of socks. My Lane Emma Jane boots, these ones are a size 7. I think they're true to size, perfect fit. So super comfortable boot. And these are a size 7. However, they are slightly big. I'm able to wear them comfortably with like ankle socks. That way my feet don't really slip around, but I could have probably sized down. Freebird doesn't do half sizes, so rather than a 7, I'd have to go down a full size to the 6, which I think would work. So I'm going to try and order the size 6 on my next pair of Freebird boots. And if they don't work, I'll just return them, which they do have a really good return policy. But fantastic boots. I will say though, Freebird boots, they're a little bit on the stiffer side. So of all the boots that I've shared so far, these take a little bit more breaking into. They're comfortable, but they take time to break into. So next up is another pair of Freebirds. These are the Morgan in black. So here we go. Here's a closer look. These don't have the distressing like the other one. We have a more pointed toe, but I still consider that a little bit of a snip toe. And this one has silver studs as well as a buckle detail. So a little bit different. This one, it has been worn, but clearly, as you can see, not as worn as some of my other boots. So she will get there, she will get there. But I just find this boots to be beautiful. But these boots, they're like my cool rock and roll chic boots. So here we go. It's got the silver zip on the side. Again, leather sole. This back piece is a little bit of stretched fabric to allow allow a little bit of movement, but yeah, beautiful. And these buckles here, yes, they are for aesthetic, but they're actually functional. So if you really wanted to tighten these up or loosen them up, you could. Come on, come on. There we go. So Freebird Morgan boots. I love these. I just think these are sexy. These boots, like I said, sexy. And finally, my last pair of boots to share with you. These are probably my most traditional Western cowboy boot. These are the Marla by Dan Post. So we have full 100% cowhide leather. It's got this beautiful stitching here that wraps around. The piping is all done in leather as well. Leather in soles, and actually these come with removable insoles. So here we have the bottom and construction of the boot. Again, leather soles. I've worn these quite a bit. That used to say Dan Post. Here we go. But yeah, these are probably my most traditional cowboy boots. And my favorite thing about this brown, it's kind of a little bit of a crazy horse finish, leather. It's got different colors and variations in it. I just think these are amazing. And these are probably the thickest leather, so super durable and tough, but also these have the most amazing leather smell. So all my boots smell amazing, but this one just makes my closet smell like leather. It's so good. This full grain leather is so good, so nice. I love these boots. I love Dan Post boots. I will be getting more Dan Post boots. Alright guys, so that's it for my Western boot collection. Let me think, how many pairs of shoes was that? Seven pairs of Western boots, cowboy boots. Yes, and I'm not going to stop there. There's actually a couple other pairs that I'm eyeing, but guys, Western boots are not cheap. So I do look at the pre-loved market. I do look at buying them direct from the store. Upsides of buying from direct to the store is if you're buying completely leather, 100% leather boots like I am, leather soles, then they will mold to your feet and probably become the most comfortable shoes that you will ever own. And they get better with age. So if I am buying boots pre-loved, because some of the boots that I'm looking at are a little bit more than I actually want to spend on a pair of shoes, I'm looking for some lightly worn shoes. But if I do have another Western boot purchase, I will be glad to share them here right on this channel. And I think probably I will do some styling videos in the future that share how I style these boots for not just every day, but I wear these boots to work. So, and I work in a office business kind of corporate setting. So I don't have to wear suits every day. It's very business casual, but I think that you can incorporate Western boots into an everyday wardrobe. So yeah, thanks for stopping by, and I really enjoyed sharing my love of Western boots with you. And I think next week, fingers crossed, that my box will actually arrive and we'll have a boxing video. So thanks so much for joining, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.